Hello, I'm Cheryl and welcome to my sewing room. I'm going to demonstrate how to make a yo-yo, and it's not the kind you played with as a child. It's made out of fabric and it gives the illusion of being a flower. So let's take a look at the yo-yo. Here we go. See that? All it is a large circle of fabric gathered on the edges and pulled in. Now, there is a specific way that you want to go about doing it. So let's look at some tools that are available for helping you make this yo-yo, okay? So, this is a yo-yo maker, okay? You can get these in fabric and craft stores. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I was unable to use this because I have a right hand that does not work. It doesn't close, and it was very hard for me to work with this. But if you've got two good working hands, you're going to get perfect yo-yos with this, okay? But what you do is, this part pops out. You take your fabric and you place it right side down. Then with the line, make sure your lines are up on this side, and these lines will line up with little markings on the disc that's underneath here, and you just push this in and press it down, okay? And you have to have everything lined up. Then you cut around this, leaving about 1/4 of an inch out all the way around. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details on how to use this, but it's out there. If you want perfect yo-yos, this will get that for you, okay? But I'm going to show you how to make a yo-yo that does not cost any money at all. Now, let's go back and look at the first yo-yo. Okay, now, remember, I said I have a hard time doing hand stitching. I want to confess, I didn't make this yo-yo. My husband has two good working hands, and he volunteered to make my yo-yos for me. And this is the first one he ever made. Now, it doesn't look bad, does it? So believe me, if he can do it, anybody can do it. Okay, so what you want to do is take your fabric that you're going to use to cut your yo-yo out. And I liked this yo-yo maker because it was the right size that I needed. You need about 4.5 to a 5-inch diameter. So place whatever circle template you're going to use. I'm sure you can find something round in your kitchen. Place it down on the wrong side of the fabric and trace around the circle, okay? Then with your scissors, you're going to cut away from the pencil line there about 1/4 of an inch and cut the circle out all the way around, leaving about 1/4 of an inch overhang, okay? All right, so now after your circle is cut out, take a needle and thread. I've already got mine started here, okay? A needle and thread, and make sure you have a knot at the end. Now there's my knot. I don't know if you can see it, okay? Because if you don't have a knot on the end and you go to tug on your thread, it's just going to pull it all right out. And so that's why have that knot in there. Then with your needle, you're going to go in and out all the way around. Now the size of your stitches is important. Don't make them smaller than 1/4 of an inch. So try to make them at least 1/4 of an inch long, okay? And just continue going in and out all the way around. Then when you're done, don't cut your thread. Don't tie it off. You're going to pull on this thread and you're going to start gathering it, okay? So let me get one that's already started here. Here it is, okay? So you're just going to keep pulling on that thread and keep gathering, pushing it around, keep tucking until you get it all pulled in the center so that it looks like this. Then what I usually do is I will take my needle and go right down through the center of this and then tie it off on the back. Do a couple of little tiny stitches in place and tie off that thread, okay? And then you have a yo-yo there. Now let me show you some of the things you can do with your yo-yo. Most of the time people put buttons on it, okay? All right, now what I like to do when I have a button that has 4 holes in it, I like to do a little decorative pattern on it. So I'll do an X pattern. So I'll go back and forth to opposite sides with my needle and thread, stitching back and forth 3 or 4 times, then go over to the last 2 holes and stitch back and forth 3 or 4 times. And you're just going to stitch all the way through whatever fabric you're going to put these on, all your layers. Now let me show you some samples that I've already done. Okay, now here is a storage basket that I use in my dining room, okay? And I've put this cloth liner on it, and then I've put on 3 different yo-yos in different colors with the buttons. And if you focus in on the buttons, you will see that little X pattern that I was talking about. So here's one choice for your yo-yo. You can decorate your storage baskets with them. Let me show you another popular way. This one's very popular for people to do, is place them on tote bags. Okay, you can use one. I've seen tote bags that were covered all over the front with yo-yos. And again, look at the X pattern that I did with the thread. It just adds more personality to your project. Okay, well there you go. You have a yo-yo, okay? Now, the next video I'm going to put out will incorporate the use of yo-yos, and I'm going to mix it up using machine applique along with it. So you can take a lot of different things and put them together to create your own really cute patterns. Now, to keep informed on all my future videos, click on one of my subscribe buttons. Throughout the video, you might have seen down in this lower right-hand corner a red button that says subscribe, okay? You can click on that. Or right about now, you're probably seeing in the upper left-hand corner a round picture of me floating around up there. That's also a subscribe button. So click on one of those. YouTube will ask you for your email address. Enter your email information, and the next time I have a new video, YouTube sends you a short, brief email with a big button in the center, and you click on that and it will take you directly to my latest video. I'm Cheryl. I'm so glad you came to my sewing room. Now see you next time, and happy sewing.